Today, we are putting an end to our 28th month air travel hiatus because today we're going to be boarding a flight from Vancouver to one of the neighboring provinces of British Columbia. We're going to be flying to Calgary. Hi, we are Nat and Max, and like you guys, we have been deprived from traveling when the world shut down back in 2020. We really loved traveling even back then, but with no idea when we'll be able to travel again, we channeled our love for travel and decided to explore our beautiful province of British Columbia. And boy, we had such a blast. Fast forward to today, as things are slowly getting back to normal, we've decided to step out of our comfort zone and book our first flight in more than 2 years. So it turns out there's a bit of a delay right now with the trains going to the airport. There seems to be a technical issue. So we have to do one train and drop on another and then get picked up by another train. But thankfully, we're early, so
we have a lot of time.
We should be alright. Thank you.
Sorry about the delay.
Again, please be advised this train will be operating through to Richmond House. We appreciate your patience. Thank you.
So I think we're going to wait here for a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
Canada flights.
Now thankfully it wasn't much of a delay as they said, and we were able to make it to the airport by 6:19.
Still early.
Yeah, it's still pitch black outside. Feels weird being in an airport again.
It's been a long time since you stepped foot in an airport. We just got off security check, and security checks are always nerve-wracking. So we spent about 10 to 15 minutes in there, which is not really bad, right?
Yeah. So did you want to get breakfast first?
I'm hungry.
So there isn't really much to choose from because it's so early right now. Most of the restaurants are still closed. Maybe we'll just grab something to bite in some Starbucks and we should be good. Starbucks had a very long lineup, so we just ended up just getting breakfast from this place. So part of the reason why we wanted to document this trip is we wanted to see the difference between traveling before and traveling now, because it's been a couple of years since we last flew, and so far we haven't seen a lot of changes aside from wearing masks and like the mandatory checks, and probably because it's not really the middle of the pandemic anymore. It's almost, we're getting better, getting back to normal. But we wanted to document this to show you guys and share you what's the process like of flying to another province.
From our research, you only need a proof of vaccination and a piece of ID in order to fly domestically here in Canada.
This is the final boarding call for Balachandra, Basra.
Plus the mandatory face mask and social distancing. Let's see if that's everything we need to board this flight.
So one thing we did notice here in YVR, they closed up all the tap water fountains, so we had to buy some bottled waters for the flight.
We made it!
they hand you out this care kit. I guess it's a flu mask, wipes, sanitizer, and a lovely message.
Please ensure your seat back and tray table are upright and your seatbelt is fastened. Aisles and exits must be free of all baggage. Larger electronic devices such as laptop computers must be safely stowed. Portable electronic devices should be set to airplane mode. If your electronic device falls in your seat, do not move your seat or try to retrieve it yourself as opposed to a fire hazard. Notify your cabin crew immediately to ensure the safe retrieval of the device.
I think that's the most commercialized safety demo ever. It has been 2 long years since we last flew, and as funny as it is, it's the little things we've taken for granted are the things that we've missed the most. That happy greeting from the flight attendant as you enter the aircraft, that compressed air that makes you a bit drowsy while waiting for takeoff, and that feeling when the plane gets off the ground. We will say the experience is almost as it was before. We had a semi-full flight, so we had to brave being close to someone else. People were also allowed to get up or go to the washroom, and they were even serving drinks like normal. And before we knew it, we were already approaching our destination.
Welcome to Calgary. Local time is 11:12 a.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. It's so sunny out here. Oh, thank you. And just like that, we're in Calgary.
We have officially landed in Calgary.
Yeah, that was more seamless than what we thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of the preparations that we did for this flight was we had like vaccination cards or proof of vaccinations, one federal and one provincial, but it turned out that they didn't even check the proof of vaccination at all and just required the boarding pass and the ID. But upon checking in, you do have to fill out a declaration form saying that you don't have COVID symptoms and you're fully vaccinated. So I think that already counts, right?
Yeah, maybe that's the pre-check already.
Yeah.
Overall, the experience was great. We have the whole row to ourselves. We purposely booked the window and the aisle seats, so we have the middle seat vacant.
One of the tips that we got from other travel vloggers was it is highly unlikely that someone's going to book the middle seat, so you have a high chance of no one sitting by you during the flight. And it worked. Look at all this sunshine, eh?
It's so bright and shiny.
It feels very different coming from Vancouver. And also, I think Calgary Airport, YYC, has got to be one of the bigger airports that we've been. And I think the last time we were here was, what, 2 years ago?
Maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. But one cool thing about them is they have this like electric cars going around and would transfer you from one point to the other. It's called the YYC Link.
Alright guys, good?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thanks. Look bored, yeah.
Hey, question for you is for ride shares, can we just go out any?
So when you go for the Uber, you can choose if it's by door 17 or door 14. Drop-off spot for you is C, because you'll be by door 10 and 11.
Thank you.
You got time? You're welcome.
Thank you. We're getting lost. This is the door to Calgary.
So we're currently just trying to find the way out because they said that the ride shares only go to one spot, one exit, which is door 17. I think this is door 12, so we got a bit more to walk.
Calgary Airport looks so empty compared to Vancouver Airport, right?
Yeah.
That's a long walk.
So from here, we're gonna try to book our Uber down to the city, but we're not exactly going to our hotel just yet because it's quite early for check-in. And we wanted to visit one particular restaurant that they have here in Calgary, but we don't have it yet in Vancouver. And you guys probably know which restaurant.
Jollibee!
There were days where we thought we wouldn't make it out, but we stuck it out. Today's our day. Today's our day.
Not working.
I can smell the chicken joy. Two spicy chicken with rice. Pineapple juice for the drink. Regular Coke. And one jelly spaghetti with chicken. No drink.
We have waited 2 years to try Jollibee again.
If you guys aren't familiar with Jollibee, Jollibee is a famous fast food restaurant in the Philippines, and we've been waiting for 2 years. 2 years because of COVID, and usually we would drive down to Seattle just to eat Jollibee. Then recently, they announced that Jollibee is coming to Vancouver, but we've been waiting since and they haven't opened yet.
Now we're here in Calgary, might as well get some Jollibee.
Jollibee spaghetti! My personal favorite is the Jolly Spaghetti because it's the sweet Filipino spaghetti.
So Jollibee is mostly famous for their fried chicken, and my personal favorite is their spicy ones. So I just got a couple of chickens here, some rice and some gravy, and that should be good for me. You gotta describe what you're... you describe your food.
I have no words.
With the matching finger licking goodness. We're in the middle of downtown Calgary, and I think this is our hotel. We just checked in our hotel here in Calgary, and we just wanted to fill you guys in on why we're here in Calgary for a week. It's because we found a pretty cheap flight a couple of months ago, and we took advantage of it. So that time we just decided to book it, and we're gonna figure out the things to do in Calgary later. Which turns out a lot is going on here in Calgary, but it really depends on the time of the year that you come. We have a couple of pretty unique accommodations here in Calgary that we wanted to show you guys. One being this hotel, and that is going to be a dedicated video for next week. Aside from that, we're just gonna try to enjoy as much of Calgary for this entire week, doing as much as we can in the city. And take you guys along the way.
And hope that this video is still helpful for you guys who's planning to travel from Vancouver to Calgary. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.